welcome back to another video on our channel. I am so proud of myself for sitting here for a second sit down video. Hopefully it makes it live. Anyways, welcome back to the channel, guys. I thought I'd do another like little sit down update video. I kind of wanted to separate the two. I didn't want them to be too long last time. Just because I knew there'd be some questions about, and there were, about what kind of going forward, like hamster, if I was going to have a new hamster, because I did mention in the last video that Perry did pass away after I stopped filming a while back ago, and I wanted to give you guys an update on the girls. They're actually sleeping right now in the living room, and I didn't want to wake them, so I'm going to go take the camera in there and show you guys my little fluff balls, and then get back to the update. So let's go check on my cuties. My sweet babies. Yay. Look at you. And here's the other sweet baby. Oh, she's woke up. She woke up. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, my sweet babies. My sweet babies are gotten so big. Those are my little nuggets. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so in love with them. They're so adorable, and they're the sweetest things. Like, I sometimes wonder how I got so lucky to have the cutest, sweetest cats. Like, they're so well behaved. Like, I very rarely have to gripe at them for scratching on furniture or things like that. It happens, but they're actually very well behaved, and they're very, like, it's crazy. They're not that like hyper for being kittens, even when they were really kitten age or whatever. They're really not. There's a couple times a day they'll get a little wired and they'll run around the house, and that's about it. Like, they're very chill cats, which is totally fine with me. So those are my update on the girls. Obviously, I did kind of mention in the last update video that I do kind of want another cat. And eventually I do think I will have one, but not right now. I feel like when it's meant to happen, it'll meant to happen. There's like a Pacific cat in my mind that I've always wanted, and I kind of like when it comes together, it will come together at the right time. I know that I'm like a super duper like rescue cats kind of person, but there are a couple cats that I really do want. One of them is a Mancoon, because I grew up having one. It was my little Ginger, and she was like, oh, precious. Like, that's what started my love for Mancoons. And I do believe on some level, even though we rescued Phoebe, that she was definitely part Mancoon without a doubt. And Ginger we rescued too, so absolutely. But I do think if a Mancoon kind of came into my life at the right time, I probably would definitely adopt one without a doubt. I also really want a doll-faced Persian, and I'm not a breeding kind of person. I definitely am like go to the shelter and pick out a cat kind of person. But those are two cats that without a doubt, if they somehow came up for adoption or the right person had one, I definitely would own one. I want to say own, but I would have one. Anyways, but so for now it's just going to be those two girls, which is what I was going to get into about the hamsters, because I did have questions about if I've had a hamster since Perry and if I was going to. And obviously I don't know what the future holds, but I do think after Tinkerbell passed away, I do think Perry struggled. I know that's like you can't talk to them, you can't like know for sure, but she definitely acted different after Tinkerbell passed, and I kind of always felt like she was lonely. And I don't think that's why she passed away, because she lived quite a while longer. She started to kind of like downgrade over a week and have those like elderly hamster symptoms. So I really do think it was just age. I don't think she suffered of any bit. But I do think losing her sister was really hard on her, because they did kind of everything together. And that made me kind of think if I'd want a pair again, because that was hard to watch. But at the same time, I loved having a pair because I felt like they kept each other company, and when most always they got along, so I felt like I got lucky in that sense. They also had two really, really huge cages, so I think that helped when they didn't want to be together. But I also think that didn't help Perry after Tinkerbell passed away. Like, I noticed that she never went back down to the bottom cage, like, ever. So I ended up eventually taking out the bottom cage. Like, I took out the tubes for it, and she seemed to be perfectly fine in the 40-gallon all by herself. And then I kind of eventually got rid of the big DIY cage actually altogether. It had been something I'd been thinking about doing for quite a while, just because it was great to have, but it kind of took up more space than it gave them space, if that makes sense. And then obviously it gave me the ability to have a cage on top of it with the shelf, but I kind of had been wanting to do something different, and so I did get rid of that, and I kept her 40-gallon breeder until she had passed away. So I know I want to make a new kind of cage for them. I just don't know what or how. Like, I'm also really like, I don't know how the girls would have reacted to it because Perry passed away um, literally right around the time I got the girls. So the girls never experienced that cage because I'd gotten rid of the bottom part of the cage. So I don't know because it was open if they would have given me issues. Like, I got really lucky in the past with like Phoebe and stuff that just could have cared less. And these girls, I don't honestly think they would have cared either. But having an open cage does always leave you with like an insecurity when you have a cat. So going forward, I did kind of want to find something new. And as I said, I don't think the girls would really care if I had still had this cage and got a hamster. Like, they're pretty much keep to themselves. So, but um, anyway, so I did want to make a new cage other than that one, anyways. But I haven't really kind of figured out that perfect plan yet either. And so after Perry passed away, I took out the 40 gallon out of my room and got rid of the DIY cage it was sitting on. And I've never really made a permanent plan because I don't know what I want. Like, aquariums are nice, but then you have to stick them on something, so I wanted like some kind of nice piece of furniture to stick it on, which is where the DIY cage came in handy because it was a cage that also could hold another cage and give them plenty of space. So I don't know, I really do like the IKEA, I don't know what the new unit's called, but it's like the original Expedient ones, like the cubes. I really originally liked that and wanted to get like a nice tall one and have different areas in it, but I don't really have room for those right now either, so I don't know. I think like that's also kind of like after Perry passed away, I kind of really just struggled emotionally with wanting another one. It gets so hard. Like, I love having them, like they make me so happy, but then like when they pass away, it just devastates me. Like, I don't know, like I'm an emotional person, I guess. But like, it's great, you know, that they can survive up to 2 years, but it's just like not long enough with them. And I don't think, except for Stitch, I don't think I've actually had one really live to that 2 to 3 year range. Like, um, Perry would have been my second oldest one. Like, Stitch, I was very lucky. He did survive a very long time and really, but watching him like deteriorate per se into that older age was so hard. But yet Minnie, I really had a hard time with because I was so close with my little Minnie, and she just passed away very suddenly. Like, to this day, I have no idea why. It's just literally like I went to go watch TV in the living room, or I don't know what I did. I know I was gone like less than 5 minutes, and she was fine. And I came back, and she was no longer there. But I mean, I'm glad maybe whatever it was, it happened suddenly. Tinkerbell was the same way. Like, it literally happened long enough for me to, I think I just put her water in the cage or something like that. And once again, like, left my bedroom, came back to check on her, and, you know. So, I don't know. And then Perry, like, she definitely seemed to, like, I don't know. That was probably one of the hardest because I came in my room and Perry was obviously hitting her time to go, and I realized that. And it's like almost like she wouldn't let go. Like, you knew it was her time, but like that was so hard to watch. Like, I don't know if I made it worse because I was there and I was holding her, and maybe that made her like want to hold on, but I didn't want to leave her alone either. Like, I don't know, guys. So that's just like emotionally, like, it takes a lot to have a pet when you know that like they're not going to survive a very long time. But I love giving them home and I love loving them. My heart just sometimes struggles to go through all that, which I know is so silly, but it does. So also another reason I haven't gotten a hamster since Perry was time, like between working a lot. Obviously, like I talked about that, not having enough time to film videos because I feel like I'm never home. It's also another reason why, like, cats are different. Like, I feel like cats kind of like go to their own beat. They need affection and they need love, but like if I'm gone all day at work, I don't think they care. But for some reason, I felt like when I'm not like interacting with the hamster, then like, and I'm working all the time, that it kind of makes me just feel really bad. And like, I want to have more time because when I was filming videos like full time on YouTube and like really like having Stitch or Minnie or whatever, I was home all the time. I was going to school, so the only time I left was for class, and a lot of my classes I did online. So for the most part, I was always home, and like if I heard her wake up, I could go over and play with her for a little bit, or him. And so it's a little different now than kind of working like what feels like every day, all day. So that's another reason why I haven't like committed to having another one. Like, I know without a doubt that I want to have a hamster again in my life, especially since it has been a while since Barry passed. Like, I'm starting to really feel that like that want for one, and I miss having one, but all those little factors come into place, and that's why I don't feel like it's the right time to have one right now. And obviously I need to figure out a setup for them again, and how that works with the girls and time management and all of that. Like, So I don't know where I'm at, guys. Like some days I'm like ready to go out and like adopt one like today, just figure it out, and then the next day I'm like, I should definitely wait until I feel the time is right, which is where I'm always at. Like I won't do something irrationally. So I don't know. I'm hoping I need to like go play on like Pinterest or something again and find some ideas for cages, because I think that's my biggest struggle is finding room for a cage for them, or a habitat. I don't like calling it a cage, but and finding something like that. Another thing is when I kind of stopped filming videos and cage tours. I stopped kind of doing the like um, colorful like plastic cages, like if you want to call it. Like I realized like I have a lot of toys and stuff, but I stopped using all of like the tubes and like all of that stuff. I really kind of went to more of a natural, I don't want to say minimal because there was nothing minimal about her cage, but a much more calm, like the hay and the ceramic houses and the wood stuff. Like I really just love natural cages so much, and that was something I discovered with having Stitch, is I really love natural cages a whole lot more actually than the playful colorful cages. I love them aesthetically, but when a good natural cage is put together, that actually is like so beautiful, like the little like domes and stuff. And like when I start looking at like the German cages, like I'm in awe. I take so much inspiration from wanting them, and Stitch's cage was just sincerely, like his big natural cage was one of my favorites. So therefore, I've actually had stopped kind of using all of those toys. I sincerely need to like clean them out and stuff because guys, like it's ridiculous actually how much hamster stuff I have. Like I probably should like make a vlog and like take you guys into like, I have an organization video that I'm gonna post about that stuff, but I mean like now that I've kind of like have a lot of stuff in storage why I don't have a hamster, it's insane, guys. Like I have a lot of stuff. I kind of actually do like need to go through all this stuff and just clean out what I know for certain that I'm not going to use anymore. And I've pretty much like, I'm at that point where I know I'm not going to use a lot of the toys and stuff like that, because for the last probably 6 months of Perry's life I happily didn't use them and was okay with it. So that being said, like I don't know if you guys want like, if I mean, not if, I definitely need to clean through them. I think I'm a hoarder because I don't want to like go through them. I love them all so much, but I definitely want to go through and clean out a lot of the stuff, a lot of the holiday stuff, because I wasn't really doing holiday cages as much anymore either. They're really fun, but I kind of just liked giving her like a nice natural cage and not like fully changing it out as much anymore. But like I will definitely be happy to do like a clean out vlog and kind of film that and go through everything and choose to get rid of stuff finally. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'll definitely be happy to make those kind of videos. Like all of my natural stuff without a doubt is staying, because I know going forward, if I adopted a hamster tomorrow or if I adopted one in 6 months or a year, without a doubt I would want a natural cage. So I definitely need to just like commit to cleaning out the absurd amount of toys I have that I do not use. So yeah, so I just wanted to come on here and just update you guys on that, because I knew there were going to be questions about if I was filming videos again, if I was going to have a hamster, and I don't know the answer to that. I really don't. It's kind of, this is the first time I've gone a significant amount of time without one, and it's weird. And like as I said, I really miss having them, but I need all the pieces to fall together the right way. Like I also, if I'm being honest with myself, having a robo was my favorite, so I know if I adopted one again, it would probably definitely be a robo, which is crazy because like when you look at the spectrum of like the dwarf species, robo is like the most timid ones, but yeah, I just have such a love for them. So yeah, I hope one day there'll be a, you know, welcoming home video for one, but just for the time being, I know it's not the right time for one. And eventually there will be time when I can find the right time and the right cage and the time to be able to spend with them and so forth. So I don't know. Anyways, that's my yabble about the pets. Also Livy, I didn't mention Olivia in this video. She's the other little terror, we call her. She's doing great. Her usual chaotic mess she is of a cat. I love her though. We actually recently watched Captain Marvel, and if you guys have seen that movie, there's a cat in the movie called Goose, and we've nicknamed Olivia, or we normally call Liv, we have nicknamed her Goose, and it actually suits her very well. But yep, she was laying like right here just a little bit ago before I started filming. But yeah, so once again guys, let me know what kind of videos you want to see, pet wise, life wise, whatever videos you want to see, and I will be happy to put those out there for you guys. I think that is it for now, guys. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.